We're doing it. We're doing question and answer from me. Thank you for asking me questions. I actually got questions. Most of the questions were from my friends, which I appreciate. But some of them were from people that watch my videos that I don't think I know in real life unless they have an alias. First question comes from my friend Chad. He said, what's your process like? Do you sit in front of a camera and speak what comes to mind? Do you pre-plan and stream of consciousness your videos, or do you relax with tea before you film? I pre-plan to some extent. If I have an idea, I'll kind of map out generally my talking points and I'll write them down, and then I'll sit down and I'll record for that idea. Obviously it's not scripted unless I'm a really good actor. If it's a video with more shots or more moving parts, bits and pieces, then I'll have to plan it a little bit better. But as far as like coming up with ideas, it's definitely not, I guess for the most part, not necessarily stream of consciousness. Typically for a video, there's a bullet point list of things that I'll want to hit on. And then once it's recorded, I sit down and edit, which is kind of my favorite part. I'm kind of like forming it with my hands. When I'm on camera, I'm like kind of stressed because I'm afraid something's gonna go wrong, or I'm afraid that I'm gonna be out of focus the whole time. It's just like a little bit of a stressor. But when you have it in the can, when the footage is all recorded and then it's all in the palm of my hand and I can creatively do whatever I want with it, that's the part I love. And then I just export and upload the damn thing. On YouTube, Inspiration Please asked me 3 questions, which I really appreciate. And the first one is, what kind of music do you like? Good question, and I don't have a great answer. I don't like one specific type of music. I'm not even a big music fan. I guess I'm a music fan. Generally, I guess I like pop. I don't really like EDM, but I don't really have a good answer. I like Lorde. I like Lorde's new album. It's bits and pieces of whatever. My most listened to albums right now, I can just tell you. Lorde's new album, The Beatles, Abbey Road, and I listen to Anti a lot. Rihanna's album, that's like not new, but I listen to it a lot. But music is a nice segue into her next question, which is, who's your favorite YouTuber? Right now, I freaking love Dodie. Dodie Clark. I've been just kind of like obsessing over her aesthetic and her talent. She's a musician, and so her music's beautiful. And her EP You just came out, so you should honestly check it out because it's very good. It's very like calming, beautiful lyricism, and just the melodies and harmonies. She's also very good at video editing. She makes these little vlogs on Doddle Vloggle. Each one of them is just so honest and vulnerable, and I really appreciate it from her. And I appreciate that from her, and I try to emulate that. And the next question is, have you ever been to Europe? And the answer is yes. I went 2 summers ago, the summer before I left for college with my dad. We went to London, Paris, and Lausanne, Switzerland. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. It was amazing and beautiful, and I would love to go back ASAP. My good pal Rob asked, what small memory or moment that you had in college do you sort of keep to yourself for a while, and why? As far as not sharing things like on YouTube or blatantly on the internet, that would probably be like relationships. Like I just recently went through a breakup of sorts. Not a breakup of sorts, it was a breakup. And I just don't want to talk about that kind of stuff now because it is so personal. Although I want to be as vulnerable as I can, sometimes those things are just very tricky to talk about when you're so close to them. Like maybe in hindsight I can talk about, you know, relationships and things I've learned from them, but when I'm so close to them or when I'm within those situations, I don't know, talking about them publicly is hard, and I don't think it's necessarily wise. My pal Anna asked, what are 3 goals that you hope to achieve in the next 3 years? Good question, Anna. I don't freaking know. I hope to, let's just see if I can reel them off. Whatever comes to mind first is probably gonna be the most honest answer. Learn a musical instrument because I like to sing, and I feel like that's very useful. And it also, you should. Like if you can sing, just learn an instrument. I feel like that's just respectful. Graduate college. Yeah, that'll probably happen in the next 2 years. And then, what's the last one? Move out of my college town, which is likely. But I do know people that kind of stay here once they graduate, but I definitely want to move out of here. Maybe to Los Angeles or Atlanta area. Thanks for the question, Anna. I love you. And the next question is from Cutie Pie Winter. That's like not her name. Her name is Winter, not Cutie Pie Winter, but I gave her that nickname just now. She said, what was your inspiration for cutting your hair? I didn't have an inspiration. I just did it on a whim. I was looking through Pinterest photos when I was sitting waiting at the salon and I just wanted to trim when my hair was about here. I guess I was in a spontaneous mood because I was like, I kind of want to do this. And the hairdresser was like, that'd look cute on you. And that was all I needed. That was literally all of the push I needed, was just someone to be like, that looked pretty cute. So I was like, let's cut it off, man. And it was just, I guess I just wanted a thrill. And then later, I mean, if you've seen my videos afterward, you know that I've been kind of like, why did I do that? But as far as short hair inspiration goes, I freaking love Britt Nell's hair. I screenshotted so many of her photos to be like, I want that. And it didn't really turn out that way, but I really like her whole hair situation. But ultimately, I am glad that I've cut my hair. I'm glad that I did something brave and I'm not hiding behind my hair anymore. I feel more authentic, although I felt very strange for a while. I think this is gonna be the last question I answer, and it's from Sarah Johnson, and she said, what has your favorite memory of college been so far? That's a good question. I have a lot of favorite moments. College has been the most formative years of my life. I think I've changed drastically over the past 2 years. As far as distinct memories go, like favorite memories, I think I've had more like formative memories rather than happy ones. Strangely enough, my first month of college was the happiest month of my life. I think it was independence mixed with the thrill of thousands of new people to meet, kind of made up for the loneliness of being new in college. So I had an amazing start. I loved the beginning of college, and I still love college, but I don't know, reality of life is beginning to set in, so it's becoming less exciting and more real, but that's okay. We got deep. Thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate your intrigue into my life and my videos and the stuff that I make, and I hope that you come back, okay? And I'll talk to you next time, which will be soon. Okay, bye.